Oh, Virgo. Um, they notice you more than you realize. As I tap into the energetic thread between you and this person, what's illuminating itself is awareness on their end. Your crush isn't oblivious, isn't indifferent. They register your presence. Notice when you're around, notice when you're not. You've appeared on their radar in ways that go beyond casual acquaintance. Whether that awareness has bloomed into full crush territory, let me dive into what's actually broadcasting from their energy. First, let me clarify what I'm sensing about their current state. Are they interested? What's materializing in the field is curiosity at minimum. Intrigue. You've sparked something, created a question mark in their mind. They're wondering about you, thinking about you more than they probably admit. Not obsessively necessarily, but you're occupying mental real estate, popping into their thoughts at random intervals, and that mental presence is the seed stage of interest developing. Do they have a crush? Full on butterflies and daydreaming. For some of you, yes. What's radiating from the connection is reciprocal attraction. They're feeling something similar to what you're feeling. Excitement when they see you, nervousness around you, replay conversations with you afterward, strategize ways to interact with you. Classic crush behavior. They've got it. They're just handling it differently than you might expect. For others, it's developing not full crush yet, but interest that could escalate. They like you, enjoy your company, find you attractive in some capacity, but it hasn't crystallized into active wanting yet. They're in the observing phase, the gathering data phase, deciding if what they feel is friendship, appreciation, or something deeper. And that decision process is happening right now. How can you tell they're interested? What signals are they broadcasting? What's unveiling itself is their attention patterns. They look at you a lot. When you're talking, they're focused, eyes on you, not scanning the room, not checking their phone, actually present. And when you're not talking, they're stealing glances. Quick looks they think you don't notice, checking you out, watching how you interact with others, studying you in ways that reveal fascination. Their body language shifts around you. What's surfacing is unconscious adjustment. They stand differently when you're near. Posture improves. They angle towards you, face you fully, lean in when you speak, create reasons to be physically closer, touch you casually. Their body betrays interest, their mouth hasn't voiced yet. And if you're paying attention, you've probably already sensed this, already felt the energy difference when they're around you versus around others. They remember things you say, small details. What's presenting is retention that signals care. They bring up something you mentioned weeks ago. Reference your preferences, your opinions, your stories. People remember what matters to them. If they're filing away details about you, cataloging information, that's interest. That's someone paying closer attention than casual interaction requires. They find excuses to interact. What's becoming visible is manufactured proximity. They show up where you are, message you with questions they probably don't need answered, ask for your input on things, create collaborative reasons to spend time together. These aren't accidents, These are intentional orchestrations. They're subconscious or conscious mind engineering opportunities to be near you, to talk to you, to exist in your orbit. Their communication patterns reveal interest, how they text or message. What's decoding from the frequency is effort beyond baseline. They respond relatively quickly, keep conversations going, ask questions back instead of just answering yours. Use emojis or humor or flirtation that goes beyond polite exchange. If their texts feel different than how they communicate with random friends, that difference is the signal. That's interest leaking through digital communication. They get nervous around you. Slightly awkward. What's emerging is activation. They stumble over words sometimes. Laugh a little too much. Act slightly different than their baseline personality. Not dramatically, but noticeably if you're tuned in. That nervous energy is attraction creating physiological response. Their system responding to your presence in ways they can't fully control. They're curious about your availability, fishing for information. What's bubbling up is strategic questioning, asking if you're seeing anyone, commenting on your dating life, bringing up relationships in ways that let them assess whether you're single. This reconnaissance isn't random. It's someone trying to understand if pursuing you is feasible, if there's an opening, if they have a chance, what's blocking them from making a move. If they're interested, why haven't they acted? What's illuminating is fear dominating the equation. Fear of rejection primarily. They're worried you don't feel the same, worried they're misreading signals, worried making a move destroys the current dynamic if you say no. That fear paralyzes, keeps them stuck in safe territory, even though safe territory prevents progression. They might be unsure of your interest, can't read you clearly. What's surfacing is confusion on their end. They think you're friendly. But are you just friendly? Or are you interested friendly? They're analyzing your behavior just like you're analyzing theirs, looking for confirmation, for green lights, for signals that it's safe to reveal how they feel. And if you're playing it too cool, they might be interpreting your coolness as disinterest. Timing might feel wrong to them. Life circumstances creating hesitation. What's unveiling is practical barriers they're processing. Work stress, personal situations, recent breakups, things happening in their life making them question if now is the right moment to pursue someone. Not that they don't want you, just that they're questioning their capacity to show up properly, and they'd rather wait than start something they can't sustain. Or they're trying to be respectful, not wanting to make you uncomfortable. What's presenting is consideration, especially if there's any power dynamic, work relationship, friend group dynamics, situations where romantic pursuit could create awkwardness or complications. They're interested, but they're being careful, trying not to overstep, trying not to put you in difficult positions. Their restraint is respect, not disinterest. What you can do to clarify the situation, to move this forward, signal your interest more clearly. If you're interested back, stop being so subtle they can't tell. Flirt more obviously, hold eye contact longer, touch them casually, compliment them, create opportunities to hang out one-on-one. Give them openings to make a move. Sometimes crushes stay crushes because both people are waiting for the other to show clear interest first. Someone has to go first. Could be you. Ask directly if you're brave enough. Just put it out there. Do you want to get coffee sometime? Just us. Clear invitation. Removes ambiguity, forces clarity. Yes, it's vulnerable. Yes, rejection stings, but wondering forever also stings. And at least asking gives you information, lets you know if this is worth your continued mental energy or if you should redirect your attention elsewhere. Create situations that reveal truth organically. Engineer proximity. Invite them to things. Group hangs that allow one-on-one conversation pockets. Activities where you naturally spend time together. See how they respond. If they consistently show up, consistently engage, consistently seek you out within those contexts, that behavior tells you something. Actions reveal interest more reliably than trying to decode ambiguous signals. Pay attention to how they treat you versus others. Comparison reveals preference. What's crystallizing is differentiation being the key metric. Do they light up more around you? Laugh harder at your jokes. Remember more details. Make more effort. If you're getting special treatment, that's interest. If you're getting the same energy they give everyone, it might just be friendliness. The difference matters. Watch for escalation or de-escalation over time. Is their interest growing or fading? What's manifesting is trajectory being informative. If interactions are becoming more frequent, more personal, more flirtatious, that's momentum towards something. If they're pulling back, creating more distance, being less available, that might be interest cooling. Or it might be them trying to manage their feelings. Context determines interpretation. But pattern changes tell stories. What if they're not interested romantically? What if it's just platonic appreciation? What's revealing itself is that possibility exists for some of you. They like you, genuinely like you, value you, enjoy your company. But in friendship capacity, the signals you're reading as romantic interest might just be warmth, kindness, genuine human connection that isn't sexually or romantically charged. And accepting that, if it's true, frees you to either enjoy the friendship or redirect your romantic attention towards someone who reciprocates that specific energy. How to handle rejection if it comes. If you make a move and they decline, what's emerging is dignified acceptance being the path. Don't spiral. Don't make it mean you're unworthy. Someone not wanting you romantically doesn't diminish your value. Attraction is chemistry plus timing plus readiness plus 1,000 variables you can't control. Their no is about fit, not about your fundamental lovability. Receive the information, feel the disappointment, then release attachment and move forward. Respect their answer. Don't campaign for reconsideration. What's surfacing is boundary honoring being essential. If they say no, accept that. Don't try to convince them. Don't wait around hoping they'll change their mind. Don't make things weird by continuing to pursue after they've declined. Respect preserves dignity. Preserves possibility of genuine friendship if that's something you both want. Persistence after rejection isn't romantic. It's uncomfortable. What if they are interested but won't act? What if you're stuck in mutual crush limbo? What's illuminating is you deciding your tolerance for ambiguity. How long are you willing to exist in maybe land? How much mental energy will you invest in someone who won't make their interest clear? You're allowed to have limits, allowed to decide that if they're interested, they need to show it definitively, allowed to stop doing the emotional labor of decoding signals and require direct communication instead. Sometimes walking away creates movement. Withdrawing your attention, what's presenting is absence creating awareness. If you pull back, stop initiating, stop being as available, they might notice, might realize they're losing access to you, might get motivated to clarify their interest before you redirect yours elsewhere. Not manipulation, just natural consequence. If they want you in their life, they need to act like it. And if they don't act like it when you create space, that tells you something too. What the energetic broadcast wants you to understand. Your crush probably notices you, probably has some level of interest. Whether that interest is strong enough to become action depends on variables beyond your control. Their courage, their readiness, their life circumstances, their ability to read your signals. What you can control is how you show up, whether you make your interests clearer, whether you ask directly, whether you wait indefinitely or set boundaries around ambiguity. You deserve clarity, deserve someone who's excited about you, who shows it, who pursues you, not someone who keeps you guessing, not someone who's interested enough to flirt but not interested enough to commit. You're worthy of enthusiastic choosing. And if your crush can't offer that, someone else will. Someone who sees your value immediately, who doesn't need to be convinced, who makes their interest unmistakable. Pay attention to what's actually happening, not what you hope is happening. What's crystallizing is reality-based assessment being necessary. Are they showing consistent interest through behavior? Or are you reading into neutral actions because you want them to mean something? Hope can distort perception, make you see signals that aren't there. Ground yourself in what's observable, what's consistent, what's clear. Then decide based on reality, not fantasy. Your crush might be interested. The sign suggests something's there. But interest without action is just potential. And potential doesn't build relationships. Actual choosing does. So watch what they do, not just what you feel, and then decide what you're willing to accept and what you're not